him, another one of the Michigan contenders. Ladies and gentlemen, car number 99, driven by Tom Marks. In the next row, the Mighty Mouse Man from Westlake, Ohio, Bobby Renz. On the outside of him, the Canadian, Don Ramage. In car number 22, from Navarre, Ohio, Doug Siner. Winner by heat racing, car number 28 from Avon Lake, Jimmy Shirey. The rest of the field, and ladies and gentlemen, as they come down, this time, how about everybody, let's stand on your feet, let's send these guys off to the start of the 1985 season. Wave your hats, wave your papers, wave your flags. Come on, let's make some noise for them. There they come, the Supermodified feature event ready to get underway. The drivers coming by, waving back to you, the fans. Ron Hennison, 36, Dave Schulich in 49, 29, Rusty Ryan, Chris Michaels in 21, Brian Wade in 28. Here we go, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cars ready to do battle for 30 laps. Who's it going to be? We'll find out about 30 laps from now. Ladies and gentlemen, lead them around. The veteran Johnny Oxter brings them down. And oh, we've got a car up into the guardrail. We've got a car off and up into the guardrail down there. Looks like Coco Adams having trouble, and we don't know what happened. And for him, Tom Marks, car number 99. And on the front. And looks like the
We've had a pit license for 10 years.
And a brief. How many of you think Coco Adams can take it? How many of you think Pat Schulich can win it? How many of you think Doug Siner can win it? How many of you think Dave Schulich can win it? How many of you think Mighty Mouse Bob Renz can win it? I'll tell you what, there's a whole lot of fans for a whole lot of different. Usually it narrows down to one or two. It did. The cars on the highway are becoming fuel injected. And it's another innovation really that kind of started and founded in racing, along with seat belts and mirrors and so many other things. It's safety oriented for you. The one leg stall, not the one lap. It's going to be up to gentleman Johnny Oxter once again to set the pace and bring him around. Coco Adams on the outside of him. Hopefully this time we'll try to get a little better start. And I'll stand up so I can try to see turn number 4 just in case. We get ready to roll the 1985 season, the first feature of the year, the Supermodifieds, ready to do battle for 30 laps once again. Johnny Oxter and Coco Adams going to bring them around. Let's see what's going to happen. Oxter down low, Coco Adams on the high side. The starter looks him over. The green flag's out. We're off and racing, and down the back straightaway. Quickly into the lead goes Coco Adams. Ramage, and now look at Siner. Siner streaking up there in a hurry. Doug Siner wants to get the lead, and he wants to get it right now down the back chute. Siner on the low side of Coco Adams. Siner going to become your new leader. Siner now up front. Coco Adams in the number 2 as Brian Wake going into the pits. It's Doug Siner leading the parade around the racetrack. Coco Adams running into number 2. Ramage third. Pat Schulich now coming up the job for the number 3 spot. Schulich trying to move on Ramage. Fulper and Renz battling for the number 5 position. Chris Michaels going a lap down. Michaels down on the low side as the 22 of Doug Siner coming around him in a hurry. And look out on the front chute. Billy Forrester into the pits. Billy Forrester into the pits. And Dave Schulich with problems with the wing pressure. The other one decides to hang it up. Michaels decides he's had enough on the back straightaway. And meanwhile, it's all Doug Siner coming down the front chutes. Siner, your leader. Siner in the #1 spot. Coco Adams running second. Pat Schulich running third. Ramage still in the #4 position, and off the end goes Bob Renz. Yellow flag coming out. Yellow flag out as Bobby Renz off the top of turn #1. Early in the year, especially with these exotic type machines like we have all the time. What they usually do is end up pushing it down the road they live on, driving the neighbors nuts and things like that. But it's a little tougher to work on supers in some respect from that standpoint. Really, no matter what you try to do in the garages, you can't do anything till you bring them out here on the track. And then you find out some of the things that you thought were right that aren't. And all that lead that Siner had built up is now elapsed to one car between him and Mr. Schulich. So the Supermodified open wheel cars ready to do battle once again. Eight laps complete, 8 laps in, 22 to go. Eight laps in, 22 laps remaining, and Doug Siner out and setting sail once again. Literally flying around this racetrack. Pat Schulich trying to get the #2 spot away. Schulich down the back straightaway, moves in on the low side of Adams. Schulich on the low side, Adams on the high side. Schulich's in the #2, and he wants to try to catch up to Mr. Siner. Doug Siner turning the track right now at 16.6. Siner running in the 16.6 area. And Schulich at this point unable to close the ground as Adams running third, Ramage fourth. 29 into the pits, Rusty Ryan. Rusty Ryan at 29 into the pit area. Once again, the cars continuing to move around the racetrack as Doug Siner continuing to lead the way. Pat Schulich second. Coco Adams trying to hold third as Don Ramage trying to put on the challenge. Siner opening up about a quarter lap lead now on the second place car, Pat Schulich. This time down a big halfway home, 15 laps in, 15 laps still remaining. 15 laps in, 15 laps to go. And the battle back here for third still continuing to be waged. And Jim Fulper pulls up. We got cars together on the back straightaway. Coco Adams with problems slowing way down. Fulper and Ramage getting together kind of hard on the back chutes. And we're not quite sure what happened. the Canadian Dan Ravitch with Campbell, along with Coco Adams. So it now puts your leader coming by you, Doug Sanier. Pat Schulich in second. Fulper now in third. Tommy Marks with the early problems coming back, trying to challenge for the number 3 spot. Ron Henderson there along with Johnny Oxter. Doug Sanier tries now to get around Ryan Ennis. Sanier works him down on the low side. Sanier in the lead. Pat Schulich still holding on to second unofficially. Fulper third, Marks fourth. Watch as they continue to move. Once again, lap after lap. These guys just fly around the racetrack. As they continue to move around the racetrack, car number 22, Doug Sanier, showing the way.
Still out front, Doug Sanier. Oh, we got to spin down at turn number 4. Zila comes out. Looks like Tom Marks looping it down in the 4th turn. With 3 laps to go. As Mr. Marks gets pushed off again, it's good to see he didn't sustain any damage.
How many of you think that Doug Sanier is going to hang on up front to take the win? As we try to get them sorted out, remember, okay, we got to straighten out. Ron Hennis back between Jim Fulper and Pat Schulich, where he goes. And Todd, it's all yours. Take it away the last 3 laps.
As Sanier lead him down into 3. Slows down a little bit, brings him around into 4, gets the green. Sanier right away opening up that lead again. And Schulich's in 2nd, Fulper's in 3rd. Sanier coming down. He's increasing his lead ever more. Looking really good. There's the white flag with 1 lap to go. Doug Sanier leader, Pat Schulich in 2nd, Fulper in 3rd. Sanier leads around into 3, coming around to 4, looking for the checkered flag. Let's get on your feet for Doug Sanier. 2nd, Pat Schulich, Fulper in 3rd. Tom Marks in 4th. as your winner is coming down into the fourth turn. Let's stand up and put your hands together as he comes to receive the checkered flag from Navarro, Ohio, Mr. Doug Sonier. We're having a hard time with the flag tonight. So he's going to stop it here in the front stretch. Let's put your hands together again for Mr. Doug Sonier, the feature winner. As Bob will conduct a driver interview.
And ladies and gentlemen, the first feature of 1985, and the Supermodifieds running their program first this evening, and the man who takes the win, a man who's had quite a few, had a few championships to his years of racing, young years of racing, as he gets himself unbuckled and the hat on top. As he crawls out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, he can hear you now. How about a big round of applause? Doug Sonier! Doug, they were pulling for you all the way tonight. You were flat flying. What's the secret tonight this early in the year?
Well, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's the big block.
Okay, for years you campaigned the small block, went to the big motor this year.
Yeah, and it's working really well. I mean, it's just like a different car.
Okay, unofficially in highlights, I had you one time at 16.3 something. Think you'll be able to eclipse that old track record that's been around that Schulich's have of 16.490, I think it is.
Yeah, I think we'll take a crack at the one that Hevron has too at the Nationals, I hope.
Okay, there's a prediction. Why don't you give thanks to some of the guys? I know you got a lot of guys that work awful hard in this car with you, right?
Oh yeah, David May, he's a good friend of mine, and him and his brother Mike, they both work on the car. My brother, he does an excellent job maintaining. He's co-builder, designer, you name it, he's done it. My dad, he runs the operation. My mom, my wife, what can I say?
And what about the sponsors real quick?
Hoosier Tire, Keller's, Forrest Keller and Sons, Union 76. They've been a big help. They stood behind me the last 4 years, and it isn't much more I can say for them. I mean, they're just fantastic. They stand behind me the whole way.
Think you can start any better way to start the year than how you just did tonight?
A win at Oswego.
Okay. Any predictions? This is coming up a little further away, but on the Nationals, do you have any predictions on that one already?
The way the car feels right now, I feel real confident we can be right up here in the top.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. One of the strong drivers and a definite competitor this year. How about a big round of applause, Mr. Doug Sonier?
It's really surprising this year to see the Roadsters running so well this early in the year, as usually the upright sprint cars. As the upright